Okay, welcome everyone to a first look at John Tiller's Civil War battles on the iPad. Now, this game came under the radar. I only detected it when I was going through. I usually sometimes go through all the many developers' websites to see anything that's new that the news guys didn't catch, and I caught this on John Tiller's main website. Kind of flew under the radar. I checked. It looked like it was posted on January 4th, which was a little over a week and a half ago, which makes it basically a brand new app. Now, I was very interested to see how this was going to translate it from a desktop to a touchscreen device, because this game, Civil War Battles, was originally designed for, I believe Windows only. So we're going to dive into it. Now, two apps were released, Civil War Battles, which is more of like a light version. It kind of gives you once we load it up here, it kind of gives you a look, kind of like almost like a say tutorial of the game. You could actually play certain battles. As you can see here, I think this is the Battle of Vicksburg. I'm playing here. So as you can see, this is a tutorial. This is a free version, and it doesn't seem that much different from the desktop version, which is good and bad. Now, as you can see, if you're familiar with John Tiller's games, these are all your units. I chose I think it didn't even give me an option. I think you can only choose a unit. So you hit the top left where it has the next to the targeting reticule. Once you tap that, it gives you a list of all the battle scenarios you can play out. I quickly went up to full battle. Oop. Let me actually do this one here. Full battle to give you kind of oh, it's a battle of Memphis. That is my bad. So that's nice. Okay, good. Now the pinching and zooming is really smooth. Now I'm using an app to actually translate this to record. So it's not going to show you exactly how fast it is, but it is dang on smooth. As you can see, actually, you can see right here. It's pretty darn smooth, which I wasn't expecting. So starting out, this is how you play the game. And it took me a while to get used to it. So you tap on this, and it selects the unit, and you normally would think you would click here and have him move, but it doesn't work like that. So it took me a while to get used to it, so the learning curve it's there. It's not 5-10 minutes. I kind of had to play around with it, and I got frustrated a little bit. So you click and hold, and then this box pops up, and then you kind of tell it where to go. I lost 16 men there, and that's how a battle works. I'm going to tap that, see if he can shoot, and he did. They lost 4 men. Again, I'm going to tap. See, the problem is when you tap on it, all of a sudden you're trying to move it, tap, and then you're trying to move to get that thing, but you got to tap and hold, wait for that to pop up, and then you can move it, which is, it's not really intuitive, and I kind of got frustrated playing it that way, because you got to wait and then go. I just want to click and move. But as you can see, it's playable, which is really cool. I was very anxious for him to actually make an iPad game. Yeah. I'm trying to move these units here. Ooh. What is he doing? No. I don't want you to fire. Him and him. As you can see, the text is very small. So it looks like this is more of like a port to the tablet. John Tiller did basically do some things to make it more easier to use on a tablet. Obviously, this movement where the map is very fluid, that was a big thing he did. But a lot of the things, as you can see, that text is it's hard to read. Even the bottom status bar straight from Windows XP. A lot of parts are. So it's fairly straightforward. If you're a Tiller fan, you're gonna like this. It's just not as intuitive, and then you got all these commands here. And honestly, as a first-time player, if I was a just casual gamer, this would throw me way off. I would be kind of like, yeah, this is not happening. But I'm kind of in between. I'm not a casual gamer. I'm not also let me move this back here. A dedicated player too. So I'm going to start up Shiloh here. Kind of give you now. Shiloh is actually a paid version of the app. I think it's correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's $2.99. So it kind of gives you a little bit more. Kind of gives you more information. Now, I haven't played too many of John Tiller's Civil War battles. However, I've played a lot of his other games, which I am a fan of. I'm actually going to play... Ooh, they give you a lot of scenarios here, which is really kind of cool. And this is everything pretty much on the west of Western Theater here. I'm going to approach to Shiloh. I'm going to do that. Alright, I'm just going to skip all this and just get to the good stuff. So as you can see, it's a huge battle map. Now, I was very desperate for a game like this to come out on the iPad because we got a lot of, how do I say, casual games to the point where it's too simplistic. There's a few games, I'm not going to mention any names. If you see my previous reviews, you'll notice them. Also, actually, there's a few other ones that I have in mind. I haven't done a review on, but I'll give you a heads up on that later, that are too simplistic. It's just like, hey, here's Unit 1 and Unit 2, they have a score of 10, and you're like, and then you attack the other unit and you lose 2 points. It's like, it's very unrealistic. It's like, what's 2 points? I mean, it's not realistic. So as you can see here, there's a lot of... Tiller didn't take out any of that realism. You got the 418 men, the 15th Arkansas movement, everything, all that good stuff here. So press and hold. Let me move them up there. Okay, good. Is this my scouts? Oh, dragoons. The dragoons are here to stay. Sounded like Count Dracula there for a second. Let's see. All right, I want you to keep moving that way. So obviously this is not a game that you're gonna finish in like 5 minutes. This is a game that's going to take time. You know, this is if you're like you got a 4-hour train ride and you need some time to blow and you don't want to watch a movie and you want to play one of your favorite games, this would be it. See, did I shut off my volume? Yes, I did. So obviously there's no background music on this, which is fine. It's just a really good tactical game. Now, this put a lot of my... Oh, why is this guy moving? A lot of my... not beliefs, but a lot of my concerns into question. One thing I was always hoping for, and this is an old hope of mine, is to get a game like one of my favorite games, Hearts of Iron, whether it be 1, 2, or 3, if they can get 3 on it, on a tablet, and just put it on a tablet and just let us go at it. Now, this game kind of makes me realize that it's not that simple because, as you can see, it's not as fluid as you would want a tablet experience to be. Oh, I heard some volume there. Hold on, let me increase my volume here. Alright, so I'm going to press a turn. The turn reticule, I think, is that one. Yes. And I'll go into the next. So there's some sound here. Sound effects. My boy's getting shot. I sound like musket fire. Alright. Keep pushing forward, lads. The one thing I wish would be, as a first look kind of pro and con, I love how awesome, pro I would have to say is how smooth the map is. That it looks like the full game is here, with none of the loss. That would be my other pro. One of the cons that I can see out of this is that it's not, even though some aspects look like they're kind of designed for a tablet, as you can see, the map, but I don't think movement control is as fluid, because I would just love, I would just love to tap on a unit and tap wherever I want it to go, not press and hold, wait for that thing to pop up, and then move it. But hopefully maybe that's something they can fix. Let me move you over there. This is really cool for me because I've been reading Jeff Sarah's book, Blaze of Glory, so it's about the Battle of Shiloh, if you're not familiar. So this is kind of cool. I'm actually feel like I'm living the battle here. And I actually have a game that... he can't move. I actually have a game here that is not, you know, it feels like a real war game. It's not one of those fake ones that they just throw together and here's a unit of value of 10. Attack the Confederate unit on the other side of the map. This actually feels historical. You know, the map, the roads, the terrain, the units. I mean, honestly, as a first look, you know, there are some pros and some cons. You know, I feel like that UI on the top is just, it's to overload for me. But, I mean, playing simplistic-wise, we're not even dealing with that stuff up there. I'm just looking at the unit, moving them forward. Go over here. No, I can't. All right. It works. That I will say, it works. And I was waiting for a game like this. And honestly, to put it frank, $2.99 for a game like this that can eat up 3-4 hours with all these scenarios, probably even more, depending. Honestly, I really think he actually positioned it at a point where, you know, it's. I would have bought it for $5. Let's just say that I would have bought this game, Shiloh, for $5. $2.99 sounds good. Hopefully, he doesn't hear my review, so he doesn't increase the price. But that's my point. I would have bought this in a heartbeat. All right. If I saw it on the App Store just like that. But that's basically my first look. It's a really cool game. I have to get used to all the settings, and hopefully they make changes to the movement system, making it a little bit more simpler. But overall, I mean, if I take this to work, I'm good. I'm good for a couple hours there, you know, sneaking this in while I'm supposed to be doing work. I'll definitely do that. And what I would love to see, if Tiller is listening, or his staff, Gettysburg, I would love to see that. Fredericksburg. I'm a fan of Shiloh, of course. You know, I'll take this because I'm actually reading about it and I love that. But I would love to see Gettysburg and games like that on here, and it would be awesome. And hopefully he prices at $2.99 when Gettysburg comes out, because the second that comes out, I'm buying it. And as you can tell, I'm pretty much a big Gettysburg fan. But this is just my first look at the game. As you can see, it's a really cool. I'm not even gonna really go into like what all these buttons on the top do, because I have no idea. I have no idea what these do. 2X. Like, I'm just tapping them. I have no idea what they do. And it doesn't look like they're doing much. I'm probably doing something, but I'm probably not realizing what I'm doing here. Supply. Oh, something happened. What does that mean? Am I supplying him or what? Anyway, I have no idea what that did. And there's some more down here. What does this do? I have no idea. Hold on. Get started. Now, obviously, I could probably go online or read a manual, which a lot of people are like, hey, read the manual. You'll find out I'm a person, I don't read manuals. I don't like manuals. I think if you have to read a manual to play a game, I think there's some disconnect going on there. But the learning curve is not that long, and obviously it took me a little bit. I played this a few times before for about like 10 minutes just to see if it worked, and obviously it does. Let me take next turn. Let's see if I can get some combat action going on. Oh, ooh. I lost one man. That's not bad. I got 426 men to go. Let's see if I can attack him. Yes! Fire, boys! 7 men. Oh, he's counter-firing. 2 men. That's not bad. 7 versus 3. And I'm bringing up another regiment. 369 men. I'm going to hit that flank. Cleburne is going to come up and support that unit. So my final judgment, if you're watching this first look for Civil War Battles and Civil War Battles Shiloh, get it. It's worth it. I would definitely pick it up. And I think at $2.99, it's a bargain for a full-fledged game like Civil War Battles. So that's just a first look, guys. I will also have a full review. I'm going to go more deeply into it, play a couple hours, and then kind of give you guys a full in-depth review of the game, which is pretty much going to reiterate what I'm going to say now. So when I get time, I'll do that. But I will be probably playing this a lot over the next week or so. I'm just very. Ooh, I just found a new thing here. Oh, I love. You know, when you're playing so many simple games that try to pass them off as, hey, these are really cool Civil War games for the tablet, and you run into a game like this that actually gives you all those little nuances of like commands, this and that, I think it's amazing, you know. I really appreciate this. I would like to see it on the iPhone too. This is only for an iPad. I would love to see it on an iPhone. I know a lot of people are going to say that's too small of a screen, but hey, you know what? If you're stuck on a train and your iPhone's the only thing you got, you use it. You know, the whole point of an iPhone is to be portable. You know, you don't want to carry something. You know, sometimes you don't want to take your tablet out. You're in that space where I don't know if you've ever been on New York City subway system. You don't want to take out your tablet. You know. And that's why the iPhone is at 4 inches, not 6.4 where the other phones are. Anyway, I'm ranting. That's my first look, and I will catch you guys in the next one.